Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and if Marvel Phase 4 didn't totally win you over as a veiled push to subscribe to Disney+, as if we weren't already, here, just take it, Disney, take it. Just $1? I thought there was more in there. Marvel Phase 5 is actually shaping up to be one of the most interesting lineups of titles yet, with Deadpool recently hinted to make a superhero landing in this era. I'm gonna break down all the missing titles deliberately left out of Phase 4 to be revealed later in Phase 5, when those movies might come out, and generally everything we know about them. And spoiler warning for literally anything MCU related at this point. Okay, recently Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds posted on Instagram to mark the 5-year anniversary of the leak, referring to the leaked Deadpool test footage in 2014, almost certainly by Reynolds himself, when he was hoping to urge the studio to get moving on that Deadpool movie, a strategy that eventually worked. But looking closely at this post, there are several clues hidden in it, so let's overanalyze the crap out of it with another new Rockstars tweet down. Okay, zooming in and enhancing on this board, there are quite a few inside jokes, nods to Hugh Jackman, Betty White, Reynolds' wife Blake Lively, the directors and writers of the first Deadpool movie, and randomly Daniel Ellsberg, that was a whistleblower connected to the Pentagon Papers incident in the 70s. But the big clue is the caption, investigation heading into year 5, or as I call it, Phase 5. So this seems to indicate that Reynolds either might know something about plans for a Deadpool movie in Marvel Phase 5, or equally likely, this post is itself another Reynolds release designed to create Deadpool buzz and encourage Feige to include him in the Phase 5 lineup. Now, Feige and Disney have indicated they absolutely intend to keep Deadpool alive. Feige has said that since Deadpool ain't broke, there's no need to fix it, and Disney head Bob Iger has indicated an interest to continue making R-rated Deadpool films. And after Feige's Phase 4 announcement, he did confirm that his vague nod to mutants being in development included both X-Men and Deadpool.
I did mention mutants on the way. I put Deadpool in that category.
So let's assume Deadpool in Phase 5 is happening. What would this Deadpool inclusion tell us about the rest of Phase 5? Well, here's what else has been confirmed. Phase 5 will probably launch in 2022 and will include a Blade film starring Mahershala Ali, and that could release as early as February 2022, especially if Marvel introduces Blade in movies like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or in the Disney Plus series WandaVision. We also know that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is in the pipeline. Now, it sounds like the film was originally going to be part of Phase 4, maybe even have led Phase 4 in May 2020. But the James Gunn drama in summer 2018 did cause delays, leading Gunn to take on Suicide Squad 2 for DC, which will come out in 2021, pushing back Guardians Volume 3 to after that, perhaps putting it on track for a May 2022 release. Now, it sounds like Gunn's original script was for the story to be set before Thor Love and Thunder, but now it sounds like the script will need to be revised for it to be set after the events of Thor Love and Thunder, which makes me think Love and Thunder will be a pretty serious game changer for the whole cosmic MCU, and that the events of Love and Thunder could result in some kind of crossover between Thor, Jane Foster, Valkyrie, Korg and Meek, other Asgardian figures, with the Guardians and Ravagers side of the universe. Either way, it sounds like Guardians Volume 3's story will focus on Rocket's origin, perhaps a connection with a High Evolutionary, as well as the search for 2014 Gamora after the events of Endgame, and the introduction of Adam Warlock. Could be a good fit for Keanu Reeves. Now, also in the Phase 5 pipeline will likely be a third Spider-Man film, Home-wrecked, or whatever you want to call it, following Peter after getting outed and framed in the final minutes of Far From Home. Some have speculated that the Sinister Six and or Kraven the Hunter could play a role, with perhaps this Kraven having Wakandan origins. Now, since Far From Home has now earned over $1 billion, Sony and Marvel have got to be back at work for a third film, and maybe we'll see it as soon as July 2022. And speaking of Wakanda, Black Panther 2 is also definitely in the works, with Ryan Coogler confirmed to be working on the script, and rumors that Michael B. Jordan could return as Killmonger in the Ancestral Plane. Maybe we'll see this in November 2022, or maybe spring 2023. And similar deal and timeline for Captain Marvel 2, that movie could pick up from the other Far From Home post-credit scene with the Skrulls and Nick Fury in space, or finally, a Secret Invasion storyline. I got a lot more Skrull Surge videos to get back to. Now, as we head into 2023, the future obviously gets a lot hazier, as if it wasn't already. But Kevin Feige has confirmed that Marvel has both Phases 4 and 5 planned out, covering the next 5 years.
We debated what we should announce today. Should we announce 4 and 5? We've planned them out. We've got 5 years down the road.
And in that same interview, Feige confirmed details about a future Avengers movie.
Have you guys thought about, do you know what the next Avengers team looks like?
Yes. And it will be a very different team than we've seen before. That's what Endgame was all about.
Yeah.
It will be a very different incarnation of the team with some people you've already met and some people you haven't met yet.
Okay, so it sounds like sometime in Phase 5, we will see a new Avengers film. That could be May 2023 and might include some lineup like Falcon, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Banner Hulk, he's still around, but also newcomers like Blade, Kate Bishop, Monica Rambeau, Spectrum, with Tiona Paris being introduced as the character in WandaVision. Now, by the way, there are also some rumors that Black Widow might be setting up a Dark Avengers movie with Yelena Belova and Red Guardian leading an anti-hero team. We'll see about that. But that brings us back to Deadpool and the mutants. Now, there are a number of ways mutants could be introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like one of the snaps in Infinity War and Endgame could have released a gamma radiation shockwave that created mutations in some people, or some ripple in the multiverse combined with Deadpool's time meddling in Deadpool 2, or we could see a House of M storyline reversal with Scarlet Witch having some kind of psionic meltdown and creating a class of mutants. I'm guessing that Kevin Feige will want to reboot the X-Men lineup. Maybe Keanu as Wolverine, also not a bad option. But Reynolds' post and everything we've heard makes it sound like the Reynolds Deadpool that we know and love will show up in Marvel Phase 5. He could join this new Avengers film that we talked about, or he could just make little cameos in all of the Phase 5 movies. Maybe picking up the cameo torch from the great Stan Lee. It would honestly be a kind of perfect way for Deadpool to join this universe. But I think any X-Men plans will come after a Fantastic Four reboot, which Feige has confirmed is a major priority in development. There's been all kinds of fan speculation for the casting, like maybe John Krasinski as Reed Richards, or Silver Surfer being a third great option for Keanu. Can we have Keanu play everything, please? Really, I think the Fantastic Four presents Marvel with its best option for a new major villain, with both Doctor Doom and Galactus on the table there. Actually, Ant-Man director Peyton Reed opened up earlier this year that back in 2003, he pitched a Fantastic Four movie that would be set in the 60s, inspired by the Beatles film A Hard Day's Night, and there have been some fan theories stemming from that the Fantastic Four could have slipped into the quantum realm in the 60s and then come back out in the present day to find a world filled with superheroes. Here for that! So I would say keep an eye out for Deadpool cameos in 2022 and 2023, a Fantastic Four movie in 2023, and an official X-Men reboot in 2024. All of which sounds way too far from now, but hopefully sooner. Which title are you most looking forward to beyond Phase 4? Comment down below with your thoughts. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Erik Voss, and subscribe to New Rockstars for breakdowns and theories about everything Marvel related. Thank you for joining me in this discussion of Phase 5, because as we learned with Phase 4, not all phases will be aces.